Perfect. 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 Perfect.
Now our mics are on. What's up, everybody?
We are ready for a live stream on YouTube and TikTok at the same time. Welcome, everybody. Tom Stevens, your resident psychotherapist, right here. If you go to TikTok right now and you look at reaction therapy, you are going to see Tom and Nick right there in the camera. I have no idea if anybody's watching or how many people are watching.
See, I'll get on TikTok.
But you can check us out on TikTok because we are recording us doing this YouTube live stream right now on TikTok. We're not recording this. We're just going live on TikTok as well. It is good to see everybody out there. Oh my goodness, it has been a while. We are almost there, Nick. You know where we almost are?
Where?
We are almost to 150K
There we go.
on the subscriber number. It is 143 as of just an hour ago, 143,000 subscribers. Thanks to you. We appreciate everything you've done to help us be this big, huge, wonderful family. I cannot thank you enough. DeLorean Z Gaming TV, thank you so much for the generous contribution. Go join our Patreon. If you're willing to donate here, please support us on Patreon because that's where you get extra content. You get a live stream, y'all. If you're on Patreon, we just did an hour-long live stream where we talk about Juice World, 21 Pilots, the channel, all kinds of great stuff.
Yep.
And every week we do a Juice World live stream just for Juice World subscribers and above. Today we did it for everybody on Patreon because we love you and we want everybody to see it. But really, go check out Patreon if you get a chance. Thank you so much, DeLorean. Appreciate you very much. And everybody else that's here because it's a great group. This is so cool. Nick?
Very cool. I'm just making sure the camera is all good. I think we're okay. Some
Yeah.
people were complaining, but I think it's okay.
The camera's not good?
I don't know. I can't tell. People were saying it wasn't.
Tell me if the camera's not good. Hey, y'all, I want to tell you something. You see this thing right here? This baby?
New mics.
These new mics purchased by Nick this week
Yep.
because we have started our podcast. And if you watch the very first podcast or the second one, you'll notice there's a little echoey in the mic. So Nick went out and found the best mics that we could afford, honestly,
Yeah.
here at Reaction Therapy. And these things are, man, they are sweet. Can y'all hear it?
They
Can
are
you hear how
sweet.
good the sound is now?
Yeah.
But tell us if the camera's off because I feel like it's okay.
I think it's okay.
Yeah.
Apparently it wasn't for a second. Now it's back. So
Oh, man. I'll tell you what, Gino, if you don't know who Juice WRLD is, you got another thing coming. You're in the right place because we will educate you just like I was 6 months ago. And I talked about that on the podcast that's going to be coming out here, not this Friday, but next Friday, I think, that what my impression was of Juice WRLD.
yeah.
Maybe that was in the after show. I can't remember. But if you're on Patreon, even at the $4 subscriber level, remember this. We do a podcast every week. We also do an extra podcast show,
Extra.
30 minutes every week for Patreon subscribers only. And I want to give you all a little hint that once we start and we are about to unveil artist interviews in these podcasts, like we're going to take artists we've reacted to and interview them, y'all. Hear about their life, hear about
be
their
so
story,
cool.
hear about mental health, hear about their lyrics, all that stuff. So if you have an artist you want us to try to interview, shoot it our way. But we're going to interview them every few weeks. We're going to put one out.
Yep.
And we're going to do the extra 30-minute episode for Patreon subscribers. I'm telling you, we're going to have an extra clip of time with that artist that goes to the Patreon subscribers. So it's going to be amazing. That's the place to go. I appreciate y'all so much.
Yeah. I like the comment. Tom, how are you wearing a long sleeve in the
Roach
heat?
clip, telling you, I man up for the team here, yo. Like it is 102 degrees here in Houston, Texas today.
Yeah.
But in my house, I try to cool it down. It's not very cool right now because if y'all look at TikTok and you go to the Reaction Therapy TikTok page, you'll see the view is me on the side here with Nick. And one of our
straight
lights
on.
is in the background. We have 5 of those babies
Yeah.
shining at us right now, brightening up our faces, making us look all wonderful.
Yeah. It's all
Thanks,
worth it
Roach Flip.
all worth it for the content though.
It is. This is so much fun. And y'all, I did a doozy of a Juice WRLD video reaction today. It's coming out soon. It is crazy fire. Nick could hear me throughout the house. It was so good. I can't wait. I'd never heard it before. Yep. Nick shot of Houston, Texas. Shout out. Here we are. Not sure if you're here or not, but we are. We're here in Houston. How about a meetup? Meet and greet time. When's it
exactly.
coming?
I don't know. We got to figure out a time.
Somebody asked me about a video meet and greet. I didn't know they did those.
Video meet.
Do they do? Is that what this is? Kind of
I
like
mean,
a meet and
I
greet?
don't know.
Yeah.
Zach, my headache is a little better. I have some water, so that's good. On the last podcast, or on the Patreon podcast we just did, I had to leave for a few minutes because my head was hurting. But I'm
Yep.
I'm
And
better.
Travis, you just mentioned somebody to interview. What I want y'all to do, if you're going to recommend anybody to interview, is either send it to Nick through the email or just DM me on Instagram. If you go to Instagram, Reaction Therapy, just DM me there. I'll send it over to Nick and we can start contacting the artists and see if they'll do it.
Or yeah, like you said, the email, the reactiontherapyvideos@gmail.com it's in every description we have, or every bio we have. Every description, I guess is the right word, but it's at the very end. If you just scroll all the way down, it's there. Email us that. I get emails every day on there from people. So just email there if you have an artist that you think would be good, and we'll see what we can do.
Justin, Nick is my son. He's the
And-
brains behind the operation, the engineer, producer, director, president of the corporation, all that great. He runs the show. He tells me what to do. I record the videos. My job is easy.
You can do things like this.
And we've got a new camera set up. Do y'all like this or what? Like all of a sudden, Nick can just switch angles, go from me, go to him. He can go to us. I mean, we have spared no expense to try to make this somewhat of a good production. And man, great job, Nick.
Yeah. So you send Deshaun, if you're trying to send it to somebody, it's reactiontherapyvideos@gmail.com. It's the very bottom thing on our description. So if you just scroll all the way down on the description, it's that email there. So
Oh, Zach's already deleted a message. Zach, I didn't get to see it before you deleted it. I'm so glad you're on it. Zach is on it. He is the
is on
man.
it.
He is watching. Thank you, Zach, so much for that. I appreciate you.
Yeah.
Inner Circle member is in the house. Anybody else Inner Circle member? Shout out. Let me know you're here. I know there's a basketball game going on if you're an NBA fan.
Me.
There's probably some baseball going on. But we're here because we just wanted to hang out for a little bit and see what was going on and tell y'all about the podcast that's coming out. Another episode is coming out tomorrow on YouTube. If you're a Patreon subscriber, you're getting an episode tomorrow also that's going to air next week on YouTube. That's the benefit of Patreon. Again, you get a podcast episode a week ahead of time.
Yeah.
Ahead of YouTube plus the bonus episodes. So it's really cool.
Also, for Patreon members of the next level and above, a reaction just came out for y'all too. And should I spoil it? Should I tell everybody what just got released?
Absolutely. You know me, I love to spoil.
So the next level, which is one of our tiers on our Patreon page, them and the levels above them get a special reaction each week. They get one reaction each week that's special to them. So Forget Me Too by Machine Gun Kelly just came out on Patreon for them. So if that's a song you really want to see,
MGK,
check out the Patreon.
Yep.
And every week you get a new one. So
that's right. Danielle, good to see you. Thanks for being here. First time live stream for Danielle.
That's cool.
Appreciate your support. Tell us where you're from. Pop, I saw you from North Carolina. Nick, we are just in South Carolina last week. Myrtle Beach.
Yeah, we
Great
were.
time at the beach. Got to relax, decompress. And look, Reaction Therapy ran just like normal last week. We try our best, man.
So Tyler says, why can't you listen to leaks? You listen to the 15-minute version of 734. So we probably shouldn't have done that. It got by. So, but we're not going to try that again because we don't want to. That one somehow got by, but we shouldn't have done it in hindsight.
KX Wish, good to see you in the house with Tom. Oh, man.
Danielle is from Southeast Texas.
Southeast. That could be like Beaumont area.
Yeah.
Well, we're in Southeast Texas.
Kind of.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I'm just loving seeing everybody that's in here. We don't take song suggestions on the stream because there's too many coming in, and we have a 6,000 song Google Doc form. So the easiest is to send it through the Google Doc form. Or I'm telling you this, when you leave comments in the reaction videos we do, Nick looks at the ones that get the most likes. So if you say, hey, play Suicide Boys this song. If 200 people like that, it's the most one that gets all the likes, then Nick goes to that. He puts those in. So, but if 100 people say, do Suicide Boys this song, he's not necessarily going to see that because there's 500 comments there. He's looking for the ones that get the most likes. So if somebody recommends a song you like, you need to like that on the reactions. That's your easiest way, right?
Yeah, definitely. I look through the Google form that y'all have. I go through that. Yeah, Beaumont. That was right.
Boom, Southeast Texas.
So,
we're only 90 minutes from there. No, 60.
I don't have any idea. So yeah, I look at the Google form that y'all are able to fill out. I look at that, how many requests for a certain song. I'll also look on the comments, and if a song, like if somebody says react to this song and it has, 100 likes or a lot of likes on it, then I'm going to say, okay, that's a popular song. Let me do that. So like your favorite comment, or if you want to comment yourself, and hopefully it gets a lot of likes, because that's how we decide what songs we do.
No doubt.
So
King Bulldog, Grand Rapids, Michigan. Man, Michigan's got a lot of great artists coming out of there, right? Man, that has got a lot.
And FM,
good to see you.
A lot of people.
Yeah, in the house. Dogs, vlogs, and games. Canada. Canada's in the house. Love this.
Yeah.
Oh, man. Manji Zuma. We got so many different names of y'all. Good to see you. Thanks for being here. We are just really grateful to y'all. Ladybugs, good to see you. I've seen Ladybugs in the comments. I like seeing y'all in the comments because it's like I know you after I see you for a little bit. So I always love seeing y'all in here. James is from Chicago. DeLorean's from Joyzy. I'm from Joyzy. You from Joyzy? That's an old clip there. Anyway, so yeah. We're going to be doing podcast coming out tomorrow, live stream every Thursday for Patreon subscribers. I try to pop in like a 30-minute like this for everybody in general, just because we like doing it. And we put ourselves out on TikTok, but I'm not sure anybody's in there. See on the top right? It's probably nobody in there.
8 or 9.
Yeah, there's some people in there. And y'all can comment on TikTok, because after that, we can just keep it live and keep talking on TikTok, right? We could put that on. Put that on the table here.
Yep.
So we do this because we appreciate you, want to hear from you. I mean, you can say the songs you like, the artists you like. Maybe Nick logs it into his head and would maybe grab onto it. Maybe think, great. Ryan, good to see you. Marco, good to see you too from Arizona. And Alex, you're here. Cypress, Texas. There he is. But we really want you to have some of this time to be able to talk to you and see what's going on. I'd love to do an actual Zoom call with all these people, but that would be a little bit intense.
That's cool. Look at that.
What?
Spunky one. Hey, from Mississippi. Did you get your pencil?
Spunky. Yes, I love it. And by the way, we're going to have an opening of that pretty soon. Spunky, so kind to send me something. I'm going to have an opening of a couple new things that I got from people, and I'm going to show those in one of the videos. And Spunky, it took me a second to figure that out, but I figured out where to use it, and I figured out where I'm going to put it. So, Spunky, one, thank you so much. I don't know how you thought of sending that to me, but that was so kind. I've also got somebody that sent me another thing I'll check out too. So yes, thank you, Spunky. Really much appreciate that. Always cool to get something in the mail, isn't it?
It's always fun. Yeah.
So fun.
So who was it? Gavin said, where's the next Eminem reaction, or when is it? We just did one recently, Love the Way You Lie. And we have another one coming, I think, next Thursday, I believe.
Yep. And guess what that one's going to be?
Oh, we can't say that. Let's not say that.
Okay. All right.
Let's not say it. Let's just
you were giving away.
I agree. I know, but this one's a special one. So
Tobias, good. We're doing great. I want some more Juice WRLD. I miss Juice WRLD. Honestly, I was gone for a week with vacation. Didn't do any reactions. And I did my first Juice WRLD one today, and was so pumped. Was so glad to be back in it. So Juice WRLD coming soon for sure. Pop, you're so nice. That's so nice of you to think of me. I miss Mystery Week. We were just talking about Mystery Week on the podcast. So on the podcast, I forget which one coming out soon, we talk about January and all the stuff that went down in January. And that's when the Mystery Week thing came up. So that was cool. Yep. Yeah.
Inner Circle live stream soon. Who is that on the list?
That's right. Inner Circle. I don't see where that is.
TMM Dan.
I don't know. That may be Daniel.
Daniel. Okay.
Yeah,
that's right.
That's you, Daniel. Daniel, look, bro. Y'all, if you saw the Suicide Boys Clyde video, I was pumping up Daniel because Daniel's the one that recommended that from the Inner Circle. That's the bonus, y'all, of having Patreon and having Inner Circle members who commit major resources to be at the top tier and to get time to talk with me, time for an Inner Circle Zoom meeting, and they get a reaction every month. And he put out Clyde. And it's gotten tons of views, and everybody in the comments, you see all the comments, they're like, man, shout out W Dan, like Daniel, he's just got it. That was so cool, Daniel.
Yeah.
I think that's Daniel, if you are Daniel.
It's gotta be, yeah.
Although one comment showed another Daniel. He's like, wow, dude, that's cool, me. I'm like, nope, not you. Sam, good to see you from Memphis. El Leo from Germany.
Yeah, David says, how does Nick know so much about engineering/editing? You know, I've had to learn it, actually.
Yeah, that is true.
It's not something I knew before, so it's just been a lot of... Zach says Nick is just smart. I do teach myself a lot, and YouTube is wonderful, not just for reaction therapy, but also to learn stuff.
Yeah, I will say that. That is the truth. It is on-the-job training. We talked about that a lot. On-the-job training, big time with this.
Big time.
Nick is really a hard worker. Nick does not take no for an answer, and he doesn't settle for second. Yeah. Like, he works very hard on things. I'm the quitter. I'm actually not a quitter. I talk a lot about it, but I'm not going to actually give up on anything.
Yeah. I did not go to school for IT stuff either.
No.
My roommate was an IT person, but I wasn't.
Ace, good to see you. Thank you for joining our live stream and being part of this family. Come back all the time. We love having you here. It's so cool to see people that are watching the videos that actually comment or join us on these live streams. Really cool. So that's good. Man, Gavin's from Waco, Texas, man. That's Baylorville there.
Yep.
Down the road, 2.5 hours down the road from us. That's pretty cool. XD Just Will, thank you so much for the contribution. We appreciate that so much. What's your favorite artist so far and why? There's tons of them.
We've talked about that on podcasts too.
NF's at the top, just doing the journey for him. 21 Pilots is second. Eminem is third. And y'all are like, where's Juice WRLD? He's like my fave. But the reason I have such a fondness for Juice WRLD is he's so endearing to me. Like, just such a sweet heart. So you can't ask me to rank these because they're all on different levels. It's like trying to say, what are your favorite sports teams? Well, there's football, there's baseball, there's basketball. Like, how do I pick my favorite? Because I love all those sports. It's the same with this. They're all different artists. They do different things. And I've always had a connection with NF with this journey. 21 Pilots has just skyrocketed in my brain. Not as much Nick's, but more for me. And Eminem, of course, I have a total infatuation with his talent,
Yeah.
He and him as a man, him as a dad, honestly. I'd love to go to Mount Rushmore Roach Club. That'd be
How
cool.
old are you? Somebody asked. I'll give them. You don't have to answer that if you don't.
How what?
Somebody said, "How old are you two?"
I'm 53.
I'm
I don't mind
20,
saying.
almost 21, guys.
And Spunky, I can't believe your dad retired from IBM. My mother retired from IBM, worked for IBM. So maybe they knew each other. Who knows? I actually worked at IBM, Spunky, for a year after I finished college. And I wore a suit every day and I got tired of it and I knew I could never do that again. So there you go. Yeah. Nick, Australia, good to see you. Thanks for joining us. Appreciate you so much. Dial-up days, Spunky. I remember the dial-up days well. James, we're in Texas. We've been in Texas our whole lives. Born in Dallas for me, moved down to Houston, been here for 50 years. Nick's been here forever.
Sam, and the same house, by the way.
That is true. You've had the same.
Sam
house.
Donated. Thank you for the donation. Love all your videos.
Thank you,
Best
Sam.
reactors on YouTube. Keep it up.
That is so nice of
appreciate
you,
that.
Sam. Really appreciate that. We work hard at
we
what we
do.
do.
We try our best.
We have a blast doing what we do. And hopefully who you see us as is who we are. Like it's the same as we are out there. And I can't wait for y'all to hear these artists that we reacted to get interviewed. Because we're going to be able to ask personal questions. And we should even ask questions. We should put out different artists' names at different points and say, if we were going to interview this person, what would the question be that you would ask? That would be interesting. Yeah.
Yeah.
That'd be cool.
Sending love from the Cayman Islands.
Caymans. Wow. Very nice. Cayman Islands. Very
Is
nice.
that a cool place? Have you been there?
I have never been to the Caymans. Been to the Virgin Islands, but never the Cayman Islands. David, I have an e-bike. How do you know that? I wonder if David knew that. David Ryan. Never ridden an e-bike. I don't own a car, for those of you who haven't heard me before at this point. My wife has a car. Nick has a truck.
You own
Tony
cars,
has a truck.
but you don't.
My wife's car is a two-seater. It will not fit all four of us. Nick's and Tony's is the only two. Tony's is 17 years old, his truck. Nick's is brand new. And I don't own a car, so I ride to work. Either I get a ride from them or I ride to work on my e-bike, which is phenomenal. I love it. It's so cool. I'm 4 miles from work. So I have an e-bike and I love it. It's a rad power bike. It's incredible.
Leo says, will we someday see the mom? If you look at the 100K live stream, you will see her.
Jill was on there. She is here. She is not a fan of being on camera. She's not a fan of being on a live stream for sure. That is not her thing. Thank you, Gavin. Us and Knox Hill are the favorites for Gavin.
Cool.
Love Knox.
That's awesome.
That's another one I hope to get an interview with as well, both as a reactor and an artist.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Zach said he has an idea. Can we give questions to you both to ask the guests you bring on the podcast, like from them?
Yeah.
You can always send them.
That's the thing.
We'll see.
What we can do is we can put a list of artists out there, and not knowing if we're going to interview them or not, but if we do, we'll collect questions from y'all. So we'll just put a list of 4 or 5 artists out on the community page and on Patreon and say, if we get a chance to interview these people, what would you ask them? And Nick will collect those.
Yeah.
So we'll have a little segment of that interview that says questions from the subs, questions from the family. How about that? Questions from the family.
That'd be cool.
The Reaction Therapy family. And we will let the artists answer those. That'd be cool. What is Manny saying?
Don't even see him. Oh. Opinion on favorite artists like Juice WRLD, X, and NF. The fact they may have on the younger generation. Along with the rise of antisocial males.
Man, I'll tell you what, antisocial males for sure. Like males have kind of lost their way in this world as far as being leaders and being men. I think I'm speaking generally. I'm not speaking everybody, but I do think that those artists can have a big impact. But I think people like Juice World did not mean for people to go out and get wasted, take perks, drink lean, and party their whole life away. I don't think they meant that. I think he was like, you could have a better life than I did, so think about that. So, hey, Jacob Heck. Did you see that?
No, I didn't.
At the top?
No.
You didn't see that? It says, where'd it go? I lost it. It said, what do I think about Jordan Peterson?
Oh,
Man, I'll tell you, I kind of like Jordan Peterson, honestly. I know he's a little extreme, and I think some of that's for effect on social media, but I do like him. And I think his idea of accountability and growing up and maturing and taking responsibility in life is pretty huge. And that we all have to be able to be strong internally to be able to create success in the world. So I think that's a big one too. Sam, appreciate it. That's the same Sam, Nick?
Yep, same one.
What in the world, Sam? Thank you so much. Appreciate that so much. Appreciate everything you do. Stay safe. Keep up the hard work. Can't wait for more juice reactions. Appreciate you so much. Roach Clip says he has a serious question. I'm not sure if that's actually serious or not.
What's your real serious question?
Saying that. We haven't watched the X documentary yet. I heard it's on YouTube. I was trying to watch it, but it's on another service I didn't have. So if it's on YouTube, I could go watch it. And I think Zach left that in the Patreon live stream. So we'll see. Zach, thanks so much. Appreciate you always. Appreciate you. I should react to a little Jordan Peterson, though. Zach has actually talked to me about Jordan Peterson. Yeah. We should do that.
So his serious question is, what is the best flavor Sour Patch?
I don't eat Sour Patch, so
I do, and
wouldn't know.
I would probably say I just love blue.
Yeah, love
that
blue.
might be a hot
Blue's
take.
good.
The the Sour Patch. Yeah. I don't know.
Blue's Clues. I'm telling you, I'm a preacher on men. Nick knows this. Men need to show up. Men need to stay there. Men need to pursue their spouse, their girlfriend. Men need to be available, and men need to take the hit, wear the shield. Men need to be a sponge to soak in the emotional stress and anxiety of a family. Men need to be able to be an example to their sons of the men they want them to be. They need to be an example to their daughters of the men they want them to have in life. And I'm telling you, I'm just a huge believer in guys. Women will show up and women will be there all the time for the most part. But men need to be able to take accountability, kind of like Eminem did after he hit bottom and came back.
That's true.
Anyway, that's my preaching. We could do more of that on the live stream.
Daniel says, Lil Peep coming soon? Question mark.
Lil Peep, you tell me.
You would be correct. It's coming very soon, actually.
Yes, Daniel.
I'm not going to tell you when, but very soon.
And Daniel can hit those dang songs. That inner circle we have on Patreon is worth joining Patreon.
Totally. Anybody
out here, Daniel, Zach, Jamie, all the people on there, Josh, all the people in the inner circle, y'all need to shout out on here that people should join that Patreon because they get y'all's reactions that are phenomenal. It's very cool.
Yeah.
Okay. Got a couple more minutes and then we'll be done to watch some basketball.
Yes, I'm ready.
We haven't reacted to the new Eminem song yet, so that probably is going to be out like next week.
Or the week after.
At some point or the week after. I'll probably record it next week, right? That's when you'll have it. I just do what Nick tells me to do.
We'll see. We'll see what happens. We have a lot of other stuff we're doing, so.
I wonder if people are over on TikTok. Y'all go to TikTok. I am at 9,900 followers on TikTok, and my dream, just like our 100K plaque over here, my dream was to get to 10,000 people on TikTok, and I just can't seem to push that over the edge. But hey, plus I did a duet today.
Yeah. Jacob Heck. I don't know why it's calling you dad, but
hey, son.
What do you think about saying like stand up with your shoulders straight? It's body positive, an actual thing.
It's body positive. Well, I'm not a military guy, so I'm not a guy that's like really rigid on things. Like I don't force that on you guys. I do think there's respect. I think there's appreciation. I think there's especially respect for authority in life. And I think, I'm not sure what you mean by body positive, unless that's just really presenting yourself a certain way with posture. Because we get in restaurants all the time, y'all, as a family, we're sitting there and one of us will sit up like, I'm going to sit up straight. And then we all sit there and follow each other because most of the time we're exhausted, ready to eat and just sitting there. So I think, honestly, mine's more on integrity and character and the person you are with people rather than how you try to physically present yourself. But I don't know what you think.
No, that's a good answer to that, I think. Yeah, I'm out. Yeah.
Yep. Who's going to win the game tonight?
Man, I hope Celtics do.
I got to be honest. I hope the Celtics do myself.
I hope they win the next two. We talked about it a little bit at the end of
Lando,
the
Celtics.
at the end
tonight.
at the end of the Patreon live stream before this. We were kind of talking about it, and we're from Houston, so we're not really Golden State fans.
No kidding. Farhan, howdy. Good to see you. That's what we say in Texas. Howdy. Didn't Roach Clip have a deep question they wanted to ask?
Yeah, it was the Sour Patch question.
Go to TikTok and follow Reaction Therapy. I'm starting to put duets out there. And I'm going to put different material out there too, which will be kind of cool.
Zach just said the Celtics beat my Bucks. Sorry about that.
What about, hey, Sam, thanks so much. Another Sam. Lots of Sams
They're all
coming.
the same one.
Really?
Same
Sam?
person.
Let's go. Sam, are you a Patreon subscriber? Take the donations, go do Patreon because I want you to get benefit. And by the way, Nick, we didn't even say this. On Patreon now, you can do a yearly membership,
true.
not monthly, and you get a 15% discount. That means if you join the $4 tier, the bottom tier, it's $48 a year, but you get you get $6.20 off of that, which brings it down to like $41 for an entire year of Patreon, where you get live streams, you get better request opportunities to be able to have your requests heard. You get the bonus podcast. Oh man, so much.
Yeah. So to answer Sam's question, any NBA Youngboy coming? We did a song of his already. I think it's out.
Young boy.
Yeah.
Not young boy.
NBA Youngboy.
Oh, okay.
So we haven't recorded another one, but if y'all want to see it, let us know which one.
Jacob needs to quit donating. Go to Patreon, join Patreon, take all this money, join the $20 tier or whatever. But Jacob, I do have a crush on Taylor Swift. I think she's adorable.
Oh my gosh.
I think she's phenomenal.
I
I
wouldn't
think
say
she's
that.
super talented.
I don't know
I
that I
think
would
she
say
has a
that
lot
on
to
YouTube.
offer this world. Why?
A crush on
I
that.
have the most gorgeous wife
I know.
ever in this life for the past 22 years. I ain't going nowhere. There is nobody better than Jill in my life. But
I understand.
having a crush, I have a crush on Juice WRLD.
Well, that people take
That's
that
a
the
man
wrong.
crush,
People
right?
take that the wrong way. Just
can-
say you really like them.
People can take it however they want.
Okay, I just don't want
I
to get canceled on
got the
here.
game to back it up. I'm okay. If I had that big of a crush on Taylor Swift, you know what we would be doing?
What?
A whole lot more Taylor Swift. There are some reactors on YouTube who do a ton of reactions on one artist, and they are flooded with them. We don't do that. Taylor Swift, I think, is adorable. I think she's talented. I think she's sweet. I think she's kind. It's just like Olivia Rodrigo. I think they're really cool. Justin Bieber. Those are all cool young people. You got to realize these are like children's age for me. So I'm watching the next generation come up, and I want good sound people. But Sam's just giving me a hard time.
Yeah, obviously.
Sam's the one. I think he's been in the comments with that of like, you could see that. We've done one Taylor. Is it one Taylor Swift?
Well, we've done two, but one of them has only one of them has
one
gone.
got blocked. I'm really wanting to put that out. It's her 14-minute short film. And I did a reaction to that. It's sitting there.
Sam just donated again, and he said, "I am not on Patreon, but I will do it now."
Thank you, Sam. Join me. And as soon as you join, I get a notice that you join and I can send you a thank you.
Yeah. You know
Which is
how I
really cool.
mentioned the email earlier? I've already gotten like a couple emails.
See, people are requesting, Nick. You need to respond to those people. Look at James. He's like, I'd marry Taylor. Like, go for it. Hey, man, you got to have dreams. Got to dream big. We're just here having a good time, right? Laughing and enjoying it.
Okay, can I say something now?
Before we go.
'Cause I wanted to make sure I say this.
I'm a Taurus, by the way. May's my birthday. Just had a birthday, 53 years old. That's all out there now.
Yeah, and my birthday's coming up in literally like 4 weeks.
Okay, go for it. Say it.
All right. So what I need y'all to do, if you are on Patreon, and if you're not, you should be. Not to say you have to, but you definitely should be. Just join for the $4 tier. I need Patreon people's help, and I need to do this here on YouTube. I'll put it on me so you can talk to TikTok.
Yeah, I'm going to see what TikTok's going on.
So
That was bad.
on Patreon, guys, we need help with a segment on the extra episode that Patreon gets every week. We have what is called Trivia with Tom. Okay, so Trivia with Tom is a thing where we ask trivia questions to Tom and he tries to answer it correctly. So on Patreon, we have a post, and I'll make another one soon, we need questions. Y'all need to be a part of that for questions. We need y'all to ask questions on there because I don't want to make up the questions every time because it's not fun like that.
It's
and
not
also,
fun like that.
also when y'all make questions, the goal is for Tom to get the questions wrong, but they have to be answerable.
The goal is
for Tom to get the question wrong, but it needs to be answerable. Okay. So answerable means Tom can get it right. Like it's not something he wouldn't know. Like it has to be something he could feasibly get right.
Yes.
So that's the goal of that. And once we get, and every answer that Tom gets wrong, it's a point for Patreon. So once we get to a certain number of points, then you get prizes like merch and different rewards like that.
Enray, thank you so much. Going to join Patreon now. Thank you. Thank you. Where are you from, Enray? Y'all got to tell us where you're from.
So the goal with that is we need help getting questions on that. So there's a post on there. I'll make another one soon, but y'all need to participate in that. Okay.
Yep.
We've only gotten a couple people to do that. We need a lot of questions for that.
Giving away merch. We're giving away requests. We're giving away a lot
every
of stuff.
single podcast we do that. Every single podcast we do trivia with Tom asks like 5 questions. So we need your help on that.
Yes. Patuka, we have not done a YouTube membership. I don't know much about that. Or if we haven't, I have heard if we do that, it's kind of like Patreon. The YouTube takes like 30% of what.
Oh, really?
Of what you get, which is really sad. Like that's a lot. If somebody gives $10, they take 3 of it completely away. So that's probably why we haven't. But Patreon is there. If you could do that, that's amazing as well.
Yeah, somebody who said it.
Trying to keep up with all these.
There's something I just saw that I wanted to see.
Love to do some more X. That would be cool. Alex, you're a Taurus too. Jacob's back. What does it say? Read it, Nick.
I'm going to substitute the word dad for Tom. Just because. And sorry, it's still
bothering Nick.
It's still now.
He's just going to keep doing it if that's the case.
What
Jacob, join Patreon.
About the negative side effects of homeschooling for the COVID pandemic. My little brothers are struggling social, and I don't know how to help.
Huge problem. Schooling, period, is a huge problem, y'all. That's why I wish we had a live podcast question and answer. Everybody's behind a year. You basically could put everybody in schooling from elementary all the way up through high school behind a year. It doesn't mean they're a year dumber or anything. It just means academically they've been thrown off by a year. So yes, homeschooling, most homeschool people already are pretty well suited to being home and not having as much social. So I've always had a concern for that, which means play sports, be in social activities, be in groups, whether it's robotics, whether it's soccer, whether it's musical, recitals, things like that. But the main thing with homeschooling is I don't think they're any different than regular school. In fact, they may be ahead of things with schooling aspects, but the negative aspects of, and I think what you're talking about is not a traditional homeschool. I think what you're talking about is school went home with COVID. Yes, everybody's behind a year. It's messed everybody up. It's created more anxiety. It's created more stress. And a lot of children did not go back well. Yeah. They didn't adjust well. And when they did go back, you know what they had on their face? A mask. So they couldn't see teachers' expressions. They couldn't see friends' expressions. And it completely changed the way we see each other. I've got a lot to say on this. Nick knows that. I could talk all day about this, but it is a huge problem that we need to face because we are behind. And what we need to do is reset our clocks back a year and just live with it. How's that? Jacob, you're the best. Thanks so much for donating. That is so kind of you. Join Patreon. Join us over there. Zach would love to. Zach is kind of our marketing manager of Patreon. He's so great at saying, come join us.
Yeah, Zach's that, and then Charlotte's the one for Discord. Charlotte's
there. Charlotte, you are the best. Thank you for Discord, all you're doing over there.
I don't think she's here.
Okay, she's not here.
I'm just mentioning her.
And Blues Clues said Olivia has a lot of Taylor Swift influence. See, I love Taylor Swift and Olivia Rodrigo. We haven't done too much of either one of them, but would love to see more of that. JRT, Australians, all let us rejoice. I'm not sure what that means.
You can say that if you want. I'm not saying you can't.
School is annoying. I don't like school myself. I've got a master's degree, but I had to do it to do what I love to do. I love my job every single day. This guy, y'all all know Gary Vee, probably on TikTok, drove me nuts for a long time. I'm now a huge fan of his because I think he's so much more positive now. And I don't think school does a lot of people a whole lot of good. Yeah. But to do the job I need to do, I need to have a master's degree and I need to go through this school. And I do think school teaches discipline. I do think it teaches a lot of life management and discipline, which is cool.
Yeah. Sam, another donation. Y'all enjoy the game.
Sam.
Y'all enjoy the game tonight. Much love from Tennessee.
Jacob, love you. my son, another son. I feel like we're family. And Nick's like cringy over here. Like,
Yeah, people are saying it's getting a little cringe.
get a little cringe. Did you say cringe in there?
Yes.
And Ray, good to see you from Oregon. Good. I like that. Yep. I'm a big guy in therapy, so I get on guys a lot as far as ownership, accountability. Nick knows this. Like just being a man, standing up. I believe in that leadership type piece.
Yeah.
Let's see. Anything else before we go?
Warrior Celtics. People were asking.
Oh, it is here. It's time, huh? Boy, all the people putting their thing.
What's the score right now, if anybody can tell me?
Zach's going to Tennessee. How about that? Love to go to Tennessee. Okay, 2 more minutes and then we'll cut it off. Okay, 2 more minutes. Yep, Justin. That's true. Some men are just stuck and some haven't had examples. They haven't had the leadership in their own lives, a model of how to do things. So hence they're going to do either what they want to do or what they're influenced by their friends to do, or the negative influence that they got from somebody who was a man or a father figure in their life. So that's the problem. We need to redefine that. Amos, Jordan Peterson, I said I really like him. I'd like to interview him, but I would also like to do one of his videos. And Zach asked me that. Zabala asked me to do that, kind of a video of his and do a reaction to it. So I think it'd be kind of cool.
Yeah.
Zach's going back and forth with people. Okay, Nick, anything else we need to see?
Appreciate it for that.
No
update.
unreleased Juice songs. Nope. Can't do it. Nobody can do it. At all. 37-22 Golden State. Uh-oh.
Uh-oh is right.
Hey, Daniel. I can't wait for the live stream. It is coming up soon for the inner circle of Patreon. What do you think about triggers and tools? I'm not sure what that means, where that reference is coming from. I mean, triggers for me are just situations that bring you back into an anxiety-provoking past and set you off, but I don't know what tools are. Ritzy, 17 can suck sometimes, honestly.
My brother's 17.
17 can be hard. And so what you want to do is just find something you really like to do and get involved in something, try something new and get active, because you may have to your 20s are your time to fail. I tell people this all the time. Take whatever job you want, do whatever you want. Like Nick's doing reaction therapy. He's going to take some time to do it. Mm-hmm. Might totally fail at it, right? We're not failing right now.
Yeah.
But it might not end up working out, but at least you have great experience and you're doing what you love to do. Your 30s are your time you need to be locked in. So take your 20s, try everything you can.
Yes, we have watched it, or I have not actually, but Tom has watched the Juice WRLD documentary. That was Sam donated it. Yeah.
Yes, the Juice WRLD documentary. Thanks so much, Sam. You're so cool. I appreciate that so much. And join Patreon. If you're going to donate like that, join Patreon. But yeah, I love the Juice WRLD. I should go back and watch that. I wish I could watch it and react to it, but I don't think we can put all that out there. So.
Yeah. Okay. Are we good?
Happy birthday, Farhan.
No? Okay.
17 album by X. That would be fun. Nick's asked about doing an album reaction, actually.
Yeah.
And it's okay. El Leo can be lost. Anyway, love all of y'all. Thank you for your support. Appreciate you being a part of our YouTube reaction therapy family and our Patreon family. Go join Patreon. Be a part of the family there so it grows bigger and stronger and we can offer more and we can draw attention and attraction from all these other artists to interview them on the podcast. Remember, podcast coming out tomorrow.
Tomorrow morning
On YouTube.
Literally like 11, 10 hours from now.
The topic is?
Yeah,
Tomorrow?
it's over.
Is that anxiety?
Is it?
Or history? And YouTube,
not sure.
7 o'clock
Not
tomorrow.
sure
First question I've asked Nick. He does not know the answer to. And on
sorry, my
Patreon,
bad.
another episode, pre-episode, is coming out tomorrow morning as well.
Well, just the next episode.
Mm-hmm.
It's going on YouTube.
So if you want to see a brand new episode that YouTube won't see for a week, go to Patreon. It's there.
Also, I will say, Tom might not know this yet. I think we are going to do another YouTube live stream tomorrow.
Oh, and I'll be out of town.
And Tom will be out of town.
I'm in
I will
Austin,
be here.
Texas, y'all.
So I'm going to be running the ship by myself tomorrow, and Tom might call in.
Coming remote. I'll have my AirPods. I call them earpods. AirPods in, and I'll be talking to Nick on my phone. How about that?
So that's going to be really cool. Stay tuned for that. I'll definitely get that post up probably later tonight. So
The infamous
y'all
Tom
can get ready
Pump.
for that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
So pumped. Great to see y'all. We really are thankful. Nick and I both, right? High five. We're both so thankful for you being a part of Reaction Therapy. We're getting bigger and better. And by the way, it's coming soon. There are 2 big things coming. Number 1, the 150K live stream is coming soon. And Nick's birthday is coming soon. And when the big 21 comes, I've already told him, we're doing big request blowout. We're going to do some requests. We're going to blow this thing up with a live stream for Nick. I was hoping the 150K and Nick's birthday would come together, but I have a feeling we're going to hit 150K in the next dang week.
Yeah, I think so.
For sure by the end of the month.
Yeah.
Anyway, Nick's birthday is not till July 10th. Happy birthday early.
Yep.
Thank you, everybody, for being here. And we will see you, tomorrow.
On the next Reaction Therapy.
Reaction Therapy.